Hi, this is the February 2017 reading for Sagittarius. Happy Valentine's Day, Sagittarius. I'm going to get right into it. The Empress is in your center, so that means that you're coming from sexuality and feeling all of that. So February's kind of priming a few of these signs for feeling raunchy a little bit, I think. We'll continue on, but yeah, feeling very sexually potent, feeling the energies, maybe a bit of a trend here in the universe, trying to get some of that on the latter part of the zodiac signs here, and maybe because they're not feeling that much throughout the rest of the year. Your crossing card is the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is usually a new beginning and fun, fruitful, and exciting in the bedroom. And I'm getting that is an energy of challenge for you, to be exciting in the bedroom and to be out of the norm. I feel like for the couples, that's what first came in here, is like, yeah, you kind of got to get some excitement going on because it's getting a little mundane in there. So bring some excitement into the bedroom and whip things up a little bit. That's your challenge to get things going. What's on your mind? I have the Four of Wands. So that's that home feeling. You know, you got a partner, you've been together for so long, and not that it's mundane, but the happiness of sexuality and the funness, coming home rushing because you know you got a little bit of time either before the kids come in or before you get company or before you have to get off and do something else. So it's that kind of, yeah, this fun and exciting. So that's what's on your mind, and that's what you really want to bring back into things, or just infuse, period. You want that feeling. What is passing away? The energies, Four Cups. So that's not knowing what to do, how to do it, or whatever. Or even being in a position where you're just not feeling like you want to input anything. Not feeling like you want to give to the relationship. So that is something that's passing away. So that's good. That's an energy that needs to go, especially for a Valentine's month. You just don't want that kind of where you couldn't care less. You know, it's like, just not feeling the sexual vibe. So that's passing away, so that's good. What you're coming into is the Knave of Wands. So that's indulging in all of those things that make you feel good. And not only that, but you want to make the other person feel good. Like this one is really jointly expressing. You know, the girl is really trying to get into the, you know, the male's trying to give all. So that's the sense I get anyways. I mean, then that wand is in the background. I mean, the wand's a symbol of, you know, virility and all of that. So it's just indulging in all those things. So it seems like there's going to be an era coming up for you in the future where you're going to be able to indulge in that way. In your distant future, you have the Knave of Pentacles, which is, you know, you may have had a situation here. I don't mean to laugh, it's not funny, but you may have had a situation here where you've just had such a long dry spell and you're really just not, I mean, it's like you're getting into that mode where you're really just, you're used to not feeling it. So be careful that you don't overindulge in that. This here is kind of the beginnings of energies of trying to get, you know, trying to get more and being, so it's almost like control, but the other person is willing to a certain degree, but be careful because it could get out of whack very easily. And I feel like that's really what it is you get into the romantical and giving and taking, and it may be like, yeah, I want more, and be careful because, you know, you just have to take it step by step, I think. You know, your partner may not be all in to the repetitiveness of it. So you just, you know, you have to take it in stride type thing. That's really the feeling that I'm getting. As we go along, you get the Five of Pentacles. You know, violin there, and, you know, looking at all that encompasses romance. All that can be brought forth, the flowers, the, you know, I mean, they both look like they're kind of dressed up to go out, and they're really everything is in that mode. So it's keeping that into account, I think. Keeping that into account, that is the way that things can go. You know, just don't expect it to happen. Like, build on it. Create some romance. You know, there's apathy, and then there's getting involved, and it's like, get dressed up, go out, take her out, take him out for an evening, and, you know, do a whole thing, a whole day, a whole evening, and get dressed up, get worked up about it. So it's like, you know, using all your tools there. And then speaking of that, you got the Magician here. So it's like, you know better. You know better than to just, you know, I'm getting a feeling that some of these Sagittarians are wanting to just take her out for dinner and then go home, or take them out for dinner and go home, and that's it. So it's like, no, you know, you put a little more effort into it. You got the tools, you got the creativity, you got the mind to come up with this stuff. You just need to do that. And I think that maybe some of these Sagittarians, it would do them real good. I think they would be surprised at what comes about. So having the tools. And then the Eight of Cups is really that romantical thing. And it's interesting because I get the Eight of Wands coming up. And the Eight of Wands is really grounded energy. That is like, yeah, we're getting together and we're treating each other good and da-da-da. And this is more, the Eight of Cups can be taken more as like, if it was up in here, up in your head zone, it could be like, oh, you're dreaming of romantic situations. But being in the, where it's something you have to go through to get the end result, it's like, yeah, be more romantic. Be more sweet. Try and sweep him off his feet or her feet. You know, try and do all of those things. I mean, it really is there, and it's lasted because it's something that gets to people. I mean, romance, you know, when you're really in it and you're tuned into it, it really does work. So it's like you have the tools to do that. You just have to really not minimize that within your own mind. I think these Sagittarians are going, it's not worth it. It's worth it. Don't worry about it. It'll be worth it in the end. Are you kidding me? It's so worth it. So you just have to kind of go back to the old school romance idea of bring in a lot of those, you know, don't just take her out for dinner at 6 o'clock, meet you there, that kind of thing. No, get dressed up and go, yeah, let's do this a little more special than we always do. Let's do more than we always do. Put a little more effort into it. You have the tools, you just have to use them. So it's good. And I'm feeling like this is kind of running through the gamut of singles, couples, and it's all the same scenario. It doesn't really, it's just a matter of, you know, if you're single, beware that somebody else could come in there and sweep her off her feet or his feet, and they could do a better job. So don't be lazy with the romance. That's really what I'm getting here. There's some Sagittarians who want to be lazy this year, and don't, because it'll pay off. It'll pay you back in spades. You'll benefit from that. And I mean, whether or not you're in a long-term relationship, the theme throughout the whole reading here for Valentine's is really, you know, be in the moment and absorb what you can. It may or may not be a long-term or short-term relationship, but give it all you got anyway, because it just teaches you, you know, to absorb all of that. So the clarification card for Sagittarians for February 2017. Rest and relaxation is essential. We all have fundamental needs. A fundamental need to take a break. Sorry, the light from the camera just blinds me. I can't read. We all have a fundamental need to take breaks. So maybe that's part of the thing is, yeah, these Sagittarians are getting caught up in a world. I mean, going back to my other reading here, I shouldn't be mixing it with romance, but the work situation is pretty plastered with a bunch of garbage. So a lot of negativity. So, you know, take a break and use that. Take it around Valentine's Day. It just ups the ante for all of that stuff to come in, you know, and relaxation. I mean, never underestimate a relaxed frame of mind or mode that you can be in, because it really does change your whole, I mean, it can, positive outlook can change your whole attitude. So don't be lazy, Sagittarians. Put in a little extra effort And you don't, I mean, you don't have to go over the top. That might be taken the wrong way. But just a little effort, a little more effort than you're thinking of doing, or you're thinking it's not worth it. It is. So go that extra mile and you'll get paid off for sure in a way that not only can rejuvenate you, but, you know, open your mind. It's like, yeah, I didn't realize, you know, and that's a lot of what we don't do, is because we don't realize the benefit, and it really does help. So for Sagittarians, happy Valentine's Day, happy February. I hope all this works out, and take care, have fun, and be kind.